This is the User Adoption Podcast with your host, Henrik de Gyor.
Who are you and what do you do?
My name is Brandon Brooks. I'm the founder and sales director of Jive. Jive is an app that helps bars find live music and helps fans find live music as well. So bars download the app, they search for what they're looking for, whether it's a jazz band, hip hop, or pop band. Every artist has a profile with a short bio as well as clips of their music. And then the bars can hire them right through the app and spend less time in communicating and booking.
Brandon, how are you involved with user adoption?
I am on the front-facing part, so I'm mainly sales, being that I'm one of the founders as well. I've been told that I am a walking billboard, always repping Jive. I'm a musician as well, so the user adoption part from the musician side is a lot easier than getting the venue signed up. Musicians, it's a win-win situation. They download the app, create a profile, and then get some gigs. For fans looking for live music, it's a little harder because we understand that consumers are sometimes spammed with a lot of apps, a lot of things I want them to download and get their information, especially with this latest Facebook data scare. It's been a little challenging. So my job is to get the venue signed up and get the musicians signed up, as well as get that information that what the users are giving to us, the feedback, to marketing to then create ads to get the consumers signed up.
Brandon, what are the biggest challenges and successes with user adoption?
I'll start with the challenges. The biggest challenges is getting someone to adapt a new way of doing any particular action, right? So as humans, we're very habitual creatures. So once we're kind of set in stone in some of our ways, in our industry, those ways are booking music through Facebook, through text messages, emails, as well as getting SoundCloud clips, Spotify clips, YouTube clips, all these mediums and platforms to have this whole booking and communication and promotion aspect happen. Getting them to realize that can all happen even more efficiently through this one platform called Jive. That's been the biggest challenge, and just the adoption is getting people to realize that, hey, technology can do all this work for you. You're already using technology, but you're using 1,000 platforms to do it. And some of our biggest successes, especially recently, is the local virality that we're kind of, coming up on. We've had a lot of downloads from venues and a lot of talk behind the scenes from people just actually hearing about Jive, or musicians talking about Jive upon themselves, telling venues to download. We've had some reps from Southern Eagle Distributing also kind of talk about Jive because they're every day to day with the venue manager. So they say, "Oh, I'm looking for live music." They've been saying Jive. If you need live music, go to Jive. If you're looking for live music, go to Jive. So it's really cool to see the offhands virality that's kind of happening within our scene here.
And what advice would you like to share with people working on improving user adoption?
The advice that I would share is get down to the nitty gritty of what your users want, right? So there's a lot of products, there's a lot of apps, there's a lot of websites, a lot of businesses, a lot of blah, 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 blah that we see on an everyday basis. Like, what do your users actually want? What do they actually need? What need are you solving? And also, where do they hang out? Like, where do they hang out online? Where do they hang out physically? I've been, at different bars I would never go to because I just know that particular bar manager is going to be hanging out at this bar if they're off. So to get their attention, just start a conversation. And that comes with user adoption and as well as trust. I think another big thing that's helped us is trust in the brand and in the idea and in the people. That's definitely going to help user adoption from the beginning part. Now, once you scale, I think, figuring out where they actually hang out online and offline and then putting your marketing ads there, that's going to be a lot of the big key. But also getting to that point, you have to build trust in the local scene, getting up to that point to where you can actually scale globally. I think that's huge.
Brandon, where can we learn more about user adoption and your work on the subject?
So I've done a few interviews with Charleston Magazine. There's some print materials out there. There's some stuff in Charleston City Paper about Jive as well. The resources that I found the most valuable, and with the help of our marketing director, Will Begunyer, has helped me out with that as well, is going on HubSpot and reading about inbound marketing, watching tons of hours of videos on inbound marketing, inbound sales, the inbound marketing methodology, building a product to where the sales are not necessarily outbound, like us knocking on every door, but you're just really them coming to you and then you telling them about the product, not me knocking on the door, begging for attention. And then like, oh, let me show you this cool app. And then like, you kind of write me off from there. So I would say HubSpot has been huge for us, as well as I follow Gary Vaynerchuk, and he offers tons of resources when it comes to getting in front of the right people, how to get people to download your stuff, and how to get people to pay attention to your product.
Great. Well, thanks, Brandon.
I appreciate your time. Thanks for having me.
For more on this, visit useradoptionpodcast.com. Don't forget to please subscribe, rate, and review. And for a book about this, check out useradoptionbook.com. Tune in next week for the next episode. Thanks for listening.